Woo! Super Bowl champions are in the building. Super Bowl champions are in the building. Doing some grades for the Kansas City Chiefs today. And no, I'm not a Chiefs fan. I got this for a present from a buddy. I don't know where he got it from. He didn't buy it for me, nothing, I don't think. But he just gave it to me about 4 or 5 years ago. My friend Nick Olette, he gave me this jersey. I actually have a few jerseys that I will wear. There's 6 jerseys that I will never wear. I won't wear the Green Bay Packers. I won't wear the Chicago Bears, and I won't wear the Minnesota Vikings. I won't wear the Dallas Cowboys. I won't wear Washington Redskins, and I won't wear the Philadelphia Eagles because I do follow. I'm a huge Lions fan. I bleed Honolulu blue and silver, and I follow the New York Giants. I've always loved the Giants. Barry Sanders is my favorite player of all time. I got Barry Sanders all over the place in my house. And Lawrence Taylor is my second favorite player of all time. I followed the Giants since I was a kid. So, but I'll just get out of the way. I'm not a bandwagoner. Hey, might as well wear the jersey. If I got the jersey in the house, I might as well wear the jersey, right? So this is a Priest Holmes jersey. If you can see that, 31. All you youngsters, you don't know. So, but this is a Priest Holmes jersey. So yeah, but I'm doing the Kansas City Chiefs today, guys, and let's get to her. First pick, they were the Super Bowl champions. They had the 32nd pick overall, and they took Clyde EdwardsHelaire, the running back out of LSU. 5'8", 210 pounds. Gave this kid about a second round grade. Short, but a compact kid, good size, even though he is only 5'8", 210. Patient, with really good vision. Not afraid of contact. He'll always look to deliver a blow. He's always looking to give hell to a defender. And you like that, right? He's a great receiver out of the backfield. He'll play out in the flex as well, so catches the ball, does everything you need. And he's a willing pass protector. So I really like that about the kid too. But like I said, he's a bit undersized. His third gear is a little bit in question. He doesn't have that breakaway speed. Nothing like that. He had some hamstring issues in college and some durability concerns during his time at LSU, but he's a really good football player. Over 2,100 yards plus 6.6 yards per carry, 23 touchdowns on the ground in a 3-year span at LSU. Then he had 69 catches, 595 yards on the ground and a touchdown. Last year he had a big year through the air, 55 catches in 2019. Huge 2019 with over 1,400 yards on the ground too, and 16 touchdowns. So that's who the Kansas City Chiefs took in the first round, and it was a Pat Mahomes pick too. Actually, by the way, Andy Reid kind of gave that out during the draft when he was talking to Hilaire on the phone, asking him if he was ready to be a Kansas City Chief, and he literally told the kid, "This is Pat Mahomes' pick. He picked you, so you better be ready." And he fits that system to a T. He wasn't the best running back. To me, I don't think he was the best running back on the board, but he was the first running back took. And then DeAndre Swift was taken by the Lions in the second round, but Hilaire went in the first round. He was the only running back taken in the first round. So that was their first round pick. Then they went to the second round. And this is where they started losing me, man. This is where they lost me a little bit, the Chiefs. They took Willie Gay, the linebacker out of Mississippi State, in the second round. 6'2", 240 pounds. I gave this kid about a 5th, maybe even a 6th round grade. Okay? There's some positives to the kid, though. He's insanely fast for his size. At 6'2", 240, the guy ran like a 4.46 40. That's nuts, man. That's like cornerback speed. You know what I mean? That is very impressive. That's quarterback, running back speed. That's nuts, man. That's. I can only imagine that guy coming down on you, coming down in a straight line and just hitting you. That'd be scary. You know what I mean? He's a really good He's a really good pass coverage linebacker. He's decent in the run. He needs to work on his run game, though, a little bit. For his size, he's a big kid that doesn't play big. He's not very physical. He doesn't read and react plays well. He doesn't do anything like that very well. He's a work in progress. I really thought the Chiefs really reached on this pick. They obviously love his size. They got the scouts. Obviously know what they're doing, right? But I had this kid rated so low. So, but then again, I'm not an expert, right? So, it's just going to be weird. He had some character issues in school too, man. He got into a fight with, I think he got into a fight with an MSU quarterback on the field. I can't remember who it was. And then he violated some team rules and missed games over it. So he's got some character issues to him. He had 99 tackles, 6 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 3 INTs, and 4 pass breakups in 3 years at Mississippi State. So he's got that playmaking ability. I really think they reached there. I just thought it was a reach. Then they went to the 3rd round. This was a pretty good pick. They took Lucas Nang, the offensive tackle out of Texas Christian. Massive kid, 6'6", 330 pounds. Yeah, this kid's big, long arms, powerful mitts. Gets his hands on you, you're in trouble. His strengths are the passing game. No, I'm sorry. His strength is the running game. That's his strength. He needs work on his passing game. He had hip surgery. He had hip surgery too. That will slow him down big time, especially when he's trying to get out of his stance, right? So he needs to really work on that. His medicals are going to be pretty big in his success and his development in the NFL. So it's a good pick. It's a good pick. It's just that his medicals are really concerning to me. That's for sure. But he just needs to work on some things. And he just needs to have a clean bill of health, and then he should be okay. And sorry, I forgot my glasses too, guys. I forgot my glasses, so I'm having trouble reading my own writing. So I'm having trouble reading my own writing. So just bear with me, because I write all this stuff down. I left my glasses upstairs. Okay. So, anyways, sorry. Their next pick in their 4th round, they took the Jarius Sneed, the cornerback out of Louisiana Tech. This kid played safety. He was 6 foot 192 plus. I gave this kid, as a 4th round guy, I gave this kid about a 5th, 6th round grade on this kid too. He played safety in college, but they're listing him as a cornerback right now on the Kansas City website. So if you guys go there, you can check that out. That's what I seen anyways. And but he's another kid that's insanely fast. He ran a 4.37 40, tested really well at the combines. So he's got that athleticism. He's got the speed. So they're kind of banking on that, right? He played both safety and cornerback, like I said, and he'll probably ask to play cornerback in the NFL. I can see him being a slot corner, covering the really fast guys. That's what he's really gonna do right away. He might be like a 3rd down guy, coming in the slot and stuff like that, working the nickel, doing one of those things. But I thought that was a little bit of a project pick too. He did have 8 interceptions, 3 for touchdowns in his career at Louisiana Tech. So he's got that big play ability, and they obviously like what they see, and they saw the speed, they saw some of the playmaking that he's able to do, and sky's the limit for him, right? Who knows? That was the 4th round. Then they went in the 5th round, and they went to my alma mater, Michigan, baby. They took Michael Donna, the defensive end out of Michigan, and this is the 5th round. 6'2", 260 pounds. I gave this kid about a 6th round grade too. So they didn't reach, but it's a bit of a reach in my standards. He's a transfer from Central Michigan. He has a few pass rush moves. He's not just that one single move and then he has no plan B. he has a variety of different moves, so he can be used like that. Plays bigger than he is. Not that he's a small kid, but he plays like he's bigger than 255, 260. And you like to see that. He's undersized, though, a little bit for a defensive end. You know what I mean? Might play up, might play down. Who really knows? He'll have to work on his run game at the next level. He has to kind of work on his game, his whole game, actually, to tell you the truth. And but he's really technically sound, and he'll probably use it as a third down pass rush specialist at the next level. 189 tackles, 18 sacks, 5 forced fumbles in 4 years. So he could carve out a role for the Chiefs there. Then they went to 7th, and this was their last pick. They took a kid named Sicarius Keyes. I guess they call him Bo Peep or something like that. On a Tulane cornerback, 6'1", 200 pounds. Solid size, jumps through the roof. Another kid that's got crazy athleticism, crazy good instincts. So he loves to he'll sacrifice his body in the run game. He's a very willing tackler. He doesn't shy away from contact. But he's a 7th round pick. You guys got to remember that. So he'll probably carve out a role as a special teamer, and then we'll see where they go from there. But he had 90 tackles, 20 pass breakups, 2 INTs in 4 years. And that was it. And that was it for their draft right there. And I do want to point out one thing that they took, because I try to find who they signed after for some teams. Some teams I haven't even mentioned who they signed afterwards as an unrestricted, undrafted free agent. But they took Lavert Hill, the cornerback out of Michigan, who I liked. I thought that kid would have been drafted maybe in the 4th, 5th round. He went undrafted, I think because of his size. He's only 5'11", 180. I'm sure he put on a few more pounds as of right now. But I like him because he plays bigger than he is, and he's got really, really good football character, and he's just a good kid. He's just a good kid, and he's a pretty damn good football player. And the list of guys that the Kansas City Chiefs took, they took like 18 undrafted free agents. They signed a shit ton of guys. They went off the rails, signed a ton of guys, and I really liked this signing by them. I thought it was a pretty solid signing. He should carve out a role as well. But here comes the grades. I think they kind of failed their fan base a little bit, man. I'm giving these guys a C. It's a passing grade. I just kind of think they reached a lot on a lot of picks. Like even the running back, even Hilaire, it's a good pick. It's a good pick. He fits that system. Patty Mahomes did the pick. Hard to argue with the MVP of the NFL, but it's just my opinion. And I just think every other pick, though, I think the Willie Gay pick was a big reach. It was a huge reach. And the tackle was a good pick. Snead was a kind of a reach. The defensive end out of Michigan was a reach. Keyes, you know what I mean? I just think they had a lot of reaches, and it's almost like as if they didn't care, but I'm sure they cared. It's just that's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. And I'm going to give them a C. I almost gave them a C minus. I gave them a C because they're the Super Bowl champs, so I'll stick with it. And I don't know, guys, come at me with your questions and comments on why, and I'll try to tell you. I'll try to explain it to you. But I'll try to do a couple more grades in the next following days, and hope to see you guys then, man. Stay safe. All right. Boom.